Holy shit. We're all back again.
You're recording this time.
Well, yeah, I figured it's out now. We are back for episode 4 of Hey Yo. There's a lot to talk about this week because, wow. You want to stop crunching over there?
Last week was fucking terrible.
You want to fucking stop crunching over there, asshole?
Why? Because I wasn't on. Why? Because I wasn't on the show. Or?
Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah, sure. We definitely missed you. Yeah, sure. No, honestly, between last week's episode and this week's episode, like a lot has happened in wrestling. I think it did make up for that dull last week. We have Revolution to talk about. We have Smackdown. We have Raw. We have a little bit of NXT to talk about. So this is gonna be a pretty full episode. Soon we are going to hit on ROH. The more it slowly develops, the more we'll have to talk. But start everything off. We will hit off on Revolution. We will give you guys our thoughts about that real quick. So Derek, go ahead. You can start on that little.
All right.
On that little recap for us.
So we're just gonna get the 0 hour match out of the way. It was Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers versus Arya Daivari and the Varsity Athletes. The story with Mark Briscoe and the Varsity Athletes has been brewing for a couple weeks now. Obviously, Mark Briscoe has a little bit of history with Josh Woods. Both of them being from ROH. Yeah, both of them being from ROH. So though their interactions are entertaining. Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Bros won. So we're just gonna throw that one. That was a
side note.
It's a throwaway match.
Side note. It's a damn shame that Turner Sports finally put their pride aside and let Mark Briscoe join the AEW roster. It's about damn time. Yeah.
So all right. So we get to the main card. First match of the night. Ricky Starks defeats Chris Jericho. Great opening match. Match time was 14 minutes. Little bit of drama towards the ending with everybody thought because JAS was supposed to be banned from ringside.
Everybody was supposed to be banned from ringside.
Yep.
The whole point of the match was everybody was barred.
Yeah.
And Sammy came running down towards the very end of the match, and Action Andretti, is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Goes in for the save. Ricky Starks pins Jericho clean.
Okay.
Great match.
It's not a hot take, really. I honestly think that Starks should stop using the spear. It's not believable to me. It's along with the only reason why Edge's is believable because we're used to it. It's been throughout our entire lives. We've been seeing him use the spear. Ricky Starks has to stop using it. I think it's meant for guys like Bobby Lashley, like Roman Reigns. Starks needs a new signature, to say the least. But overall, good match. The right guy won. Superstar in the making. Already a superstar, if you ask me. And Jericho could lose 10 straight matches and not lose any credibility.
Yeah,
he has to be put in that. He has to be put in that GOAT category because that's just
that's been his entire thing for the past couple months. Was like he's getting very much needed talent over.
Yeah,
and he's elevating. I
could be wrong. I think he just put over Pete Avalon the other week, a week or two ago. Who looked like fucking pretty Pete Avalon, or what was he before? He wasn't like some weird librarian kind of.
Yeah, gimmick? he was doing the librarian gimmick with Leva Bates.
So for those of you who don't know,
good old blue pants. Good old blue pants.
Let me before you continue with that, my touch on the whole Ricky Starks thing. I was watching that match, and I'm gonna start getting heat for this by saying, "Oh my God, he's a homer," but that man just screams WWE.
Ricky,
that man screams WWE. Everything WWE might ever want in a future superstar is Ricky Starks. I'm sorry
from the entertainment aspect. I
don't from the entrance to the way he wrestles to the way he cuts his
showmanship. It's a different style. It doesn't scream indies.
It does not. It does
not scream indies.
He is big time, but it's from the entrance to when the horns hit, the dun dun dun, and his little his actions and emotion. He just screams WWE. Like that man he is so money.
Next match was the Last Rites match, the Buried Alive match, between Jungle Boy and Christian.
That was such a good match.
Superstar.
That was such a good match.
Jungle Boy has such an upside to him. It's insane that this man is going to coming from where he started. Notice that he's going by Jungle Boy Jack Perry now.
Yes.
He's not just Jungle Boy anymore.
It fits perfect. Yeah.
Eventually, I think he's going to drop Jungle Boy altogether. He's just going to go to Jack Perry, or
as long as he doesn't change his theme song, which is a big part of his character.
Yes.
Okay.
That might be the reason why if he's dropping Jungle Boy, he has to change his theme song. Because there's no reason to have that like Tarzan type theme song or Jurassic Park type theme song if you're not going by Jungle Boy anymore.
It was a 15-minute match.
Yep. A lot happened in that 15 minutes.
Yes. Christian Cage still got something.
He's awesome, bro.
Dude,
he is awesome.
I personally did not like Christian and Edge and Christian for the character purpose. It was the gold though. I wasn't supposed to like him, but as a kid, I was just like, I fucking hate his face. I hate him. Like I hate everything about him. And Vince hated him. But he's a freaking decorated champion in WWE regardless.
He wanted to put a blue fucking a blue dot on him every time he came out. It was hilarious.
But it was a 15-minute match. There was like you said, a lot of stuff happened in that 15-minute match. The right man won again. There was a lot of drama in it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of drama. That was I don't know if this is the end of this story.
Oh no, it is.
It is honest. So this was my mindset on the whole thing.
He put Christian to rest.
It needs to pivot now towards Luchasaurus.
Which
Luchasaurus
we haven't.
Didn't he beat him already?
No.
He made Luchasaurus tap out in the steel cage match. That's done. That's over with.
That shows my AEW knowledge right there. All right, so if that's the case, then
Jungle Boy's moving on.
It's time to put him in a world title picture because he has a lot of momentum.
Title picture, or he goes after the North American Championship.
Whoa, wrong promotion, bro.
Him. Listen.
TNT.
No. The TNT North Atlantic Championship. There you go.
Oh,
North Atlantic. Okay.
Him versus OC.
Because him versus Wardlow,
doesn't make sense.
See it, but it doesn't make sense.
That's if Wardlow's still champion. That's if Wardlow's still champion.
That we'll hit on that obviously when we get to the Wardlow and Joe match.
Fucking flip flopping.
Yeah. AEW Trios title match.
Oh my goodness! Can we talk about that for like 5-10 minutes, please? Because holy shit!
Wait! Before we get to that Trios, I was to finish with the side note. I think it's time to bury the Concerto for a while. It's too much, man. It's no longer a lethal move. It happens every pay-per-view. It's every match that there's no disqualification. I'm tired of seeing it.
It's not only that. I mean,
I'm tired of seeing it.
Did you guys watch?
And it's also happening in two different promotions.
Did you guys see the Concerto on Christian?
Oh,
that was rough.
It was one of the best ones I've seen.
That was a very good one. That one looked rough.
Yeah,
that one. I like that one. But
all right, let's talk about
going on to Anthony's point. Hold on. Going on to Anthony's point, the Concerto needs to be brought out in specific situations. A ending of a feud, great time to bring it out.
I agree.
Random Wednesday, don't do it. You don't got it. You don't got to do it. Doesn't matter.
Now, I think it's perfect time, like you said, to transition to the Trios match that was built off of the Elite being afraid of the dark. Creative, Tony. It's great. Great storytelling, Tony. They're afraid of the fucking dark.
Let's really quickly. Let's start out. House of Black defeats the Elite.
Right call.
Let's start out with the House of Black's entrance. I love it.
Oh my god!
I love everything about this faction.
So good.
I love everything.
It's
Malachi
so
Black, perfect. Brody King, perfect. Buddy Matthews thinks he's small. Shut the fuck up. You're fucking huge. Your shoulders are the size of basketballs. I wish. Did you see the freaking promo that they did? They were all standing there, and he had to legitimately walk in between them like this. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this man's a house. And he thinks he's tiny? What the fuck?
205 Live, baby. 205 Live.
If him and Rhea Ripley ever have a kid, that kid's coming out like freaking... Like, I can't even...
Out the womb looking like Wardlow. Guaranteed.
That kid is fucking giving me huge.
What a match, though, man. What a fucking match.
Dude, that was from top to bottom. There was not a dull moment in that match.
But
from the beginning,
it wasn't.
But
from the beginning,
you guys already
the finish.
Oh my god, dude! The knee strike to interrupt the fucking Meltzer driver.
Now it was an excellent match.
Yeah,
it was not as spotty as I thought it was going to be, which was surprising.
Yeah, word. Yes,
so that's what I realized about Malachi and that whole. They don't do spots.
They don't do
spots because they're wrestlers. Yeah. They're wrestlers. Whatever you want to call the Bucks, go right ahead. But the House of Black are 3 members that are wrestlers. Mm-hmm. I watched the Bucks versus Aussie Open last week, and I was fucking disgusted. I think Aussie Open's a better tag team. That's a side note. But I was actually than the Young Bucks. That's my opinion. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stick with it. But moving on to the trios match. Like you guys said, it wasn't as spotty. I went into it with the lowest of expectations. I'm going to see fucking flips and then 17 super kicks, 10 V triggers, 1 in midair. But, dude, what a match.
Yep. So the finish to the match was the Bucks going for the Meltzer driver. Buddy Matthews catching Nick Jackson with a knee. Perfectly placed. I don't know if you guys saw the post that Buddy Matthews put up, but it was Nick Jackson doing the flip, Buddy Matthews hitting the knee. Caption goes, Nick Jackson was 33 years old.
Oh man.
Which then puts them into doing Dante's Inferno, which is
my god, what a move.
It's such a great freaking sequence. Which is Malachi's Black Mass. Buddy Matthews picks him up for suplex and then throws him into fucking Brody King to do the sit down pile driver. Which, pro tip, shout out to Rikishi for putting that one on the map.
Absolutely.
Brody fucking King.
18 minutes. Great 18 minutes. Nothing but action the entire fucking match. Kenny is amazing. I love Kenny Omega.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this trios division is literally such a demotion for him.
Oh, it is.
He's big time. He needs to.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, if we're thinking about it, he's only in it so he can elevate the titles.
Mm-hmm.
He did his job already.
He's the biggest name.
That's what the 3 of them are there for.
Yeah, they're elevating that title.
The one of them, Kenny.
This guy.
Listen, I'm not a fan of the Bucks, so I'm not going to discredit what they've done for the tag team division.
Bucks.
It's you had to elevate the titles because with the Death Triangle, there was nobody else really there for them to compete against.
Nobody believable.
Yeah, and then Kenny obviously was on his injury hiatus for 200 and some odd days. Mm-hmm. No, it was a legitimate injury.
My bad. I thought you meant the thing with All Out. I'm sorry.
No, he was messed up.
Dude had like 17 different surgeries.
Yeah.
Dude went for 6 years straight without a break.
Yeah. So it was, you had it when Kenny came back. He was going to be instantly over. He was going to have instant momentum. That best of 7 trios thing. They were all incredible matches, spots and all, yes, but they were all incredible matches. It was great. It was gratefully done.
Yep, I agree.
And it's hard to do that with the same 2 teams for 7 matches straight.
It's crazy.
Real quick,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Before I let you get to your point, we'll move on. Julia Hart took a fucking shot. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro! Like, listen.
She's a saint. She's a saint.
She has a look to fit that group. Like she's everything. Like it's
she
not like the '90s anymore.
Yeah, she is who Alexa Bliss thinks she is when she would join Bray Wyatt. All right.
What a guy.
It's not the '90s anymore. Like nobody that happy-go-lucky, blonde-hair, blue-eyed, cute smile is made to be a heel now and made to be a dark heel. So it's perfect in that sense where, you know what, like, I don't want to see you doing fun shit. I don't want to see you acting like a cheerleader. Like, bro,
be evil.
A fucking scary-ass mask, wear black, look scary as shit, put some weird-looking contacts in, and there you go.
I agree.
All right. Moving on, AEW's women's title match. Jamie Hayter defeated Saraya and Ruby Soho for a women's match. It was good.
Best women's wrestler in this country.
Who?
Jamie Hayter.
Oh. They're going to say Saraya. I was going to kick you out right now.
Bro, I'm sold, bro.
Oh, my God.
She's gold.
It was a really... So these are my notes. Really good women's match. Hayter is definitely elite. And is only getting better.
Elite, bro. She
only getting better.
Her development in a year, you know? Jade Cargill, no fucking excuses.
Yep.
And listen, wait. No. I'm a Jade Cargill stan. Hold on.
Derek, continue,
Jade
please.
Cargill
Derek,
has not been put in any proper situations for her to be good.
Derek, continue.
Tony Khan has not done shit for Jade Cargill.
Please, Athena came and she's an elite wrestler and she couldn't even get a fucking good match.
That was the only good match she had.
It was not even a good. All right, Derek, please go on. Please.
Name another good opponent she's had other than Jade Cargill.
My thing is, if she's that good that people make her to be, any match would be good. And she could, somebody that dominant with a smaller talent. Come on, bro.
What has Tony Khan done to help her improve?
The story tells itself, bro. I don't want to hear it. Jamie Hayter in 1 year has been better than Jade Cargill in like 3. So
Jamie Hayter's been wrestling since she was 12 years old.
All right, but I'm talking about character. I'm talking about everything to just fit in the American style of wrestling is not an easy transition to make. That's number one. That's number one. That's number one.
Jade Cargill's character isn't good?
No. Yeah, just shove that whole shit down your mouth.
What?
That's exactly what the fuck you're doing. Because I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Listen, I don't care if Jamie Hayter's been wrestling since 12 years old. To adapt to American style wrestling, which is, it's entertainment for keeping
Just say you don't know ball. Just say you don't know ball. It's all right. Just say you don't know ball.
Are you done?
I get it. Just say you don't know ball.
Are you done?
Okay. Can I
Are you
continue
done?
Now?
All right, continue.
Okay. Finish to the women's match. It was a roll up. Not great.
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah.
I hate roll-ups so much.
But it sold what happened after.
The match was good enough that it didn't upset me as much as a roll-up finish usually does.
Yeah.
The only reason why
and Saraya attack Ruby, attack Jamie Hayter. Ruby fends them off, only for Ruby to turn heel, and seemingly we'll see tonight. That we're recording this on a Wednesday. Just so. Ruby turns heel.
We could say tonight too because we do post them on Fridays, so
True. Turns heel on Tony. What the fuck?
No, Jamie.
What the fuck am I reading?
Ruby turns heel on Jamie and Rebecca.
Tony, Ruby, and Saraya go and attack Britt and Jamie.
You guys know what this is leading to. Blood and guts.
I wouldn't mind that.
It's gonna happen.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
David Skrull is gonna join the AEW Originals. She has to.
Who?
Jade.
Dude,
Jade has to be in this.
Listen, she won't for the simple fact that Tony Khan refuses to put her in any single storyline that will develop.
It's gonna be Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, it's gonna be Willow and
150%. 150%.
Britt.
Yes.
Jamie.
Yes.
Willow
Nightingale.
That's 3. Blood and guts is like a 5-on-5.
There's only fucking 3 of these bitches right now.
All right, there's room to tell.
So as of right now, I'm throwing Willow into the mix. We're gonna have to see what happens.
Okay, but my fucking prediction is that eventually Jade is gonna fucking join too.
Who's Jade gonna join?
Jade is gonna join the original. She didn't come from another promotion, dickwad.
Jade's a heel.
You're gonna have a heel join the face faction.
Yes. Listen, when it's brand warfare,
that's not how Tony Khan operates.
We're talking about brand warfare.
The ops versus the originals. She's gonna put her fucking pride aside and just join. She's gonna be all about her, but it's gonna be for AEW as well.
You don't know ball. You just said she's gonna put her pride aside. You are an idiot.
We'll see.
Fucking stupid.
We'll see. I'll bet money. I'll bet money. We'll see.
That makes
You know what? When Jade joins, I want an apology on air from both of you.
Bro, that is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Jade Cargill gonna put her pride aside. No, the fuck she won't. That's the whole point of her character.
Okay.
This woman beefed with Bow Wow.
Okay.
With Bow Wow.
Okay.
Had a match with Shaq.
Have fun thinking that she's not gonna join, but okay.
All right. Next match, the stinker of the night, Texas Death, Hangman versus Mox.
Stinker of the
wow. I wanted your reaction.
I mean, anything with Mox is a stinker. So I mean,
Hangman.
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's not make no mistake about it. Jon Moxley is the single-handedly most overrated, overpushed wrestler of probably this generation. This man has 100 wins in AEW already. 100 fucking wins.
You have to carry
overbooked, overpushed, overrated.
Kenny Omega was out for almost a year. Obviously, he was going to be overbooked. That AEW was in a very dark period.
Oh, and also another thing, about time he can have a match that it's normal to fucking bleed in. Congratulations, John. You can finally fucking bleed in. It makes sense. Continue.
So that match was 25 minutes. Hangman won by I don't know.
By murder. By murder.
There you go. I didn't know if I could say the other word. But overall, for a freaking...
This video isn't getting monetized.
For a freaking death match, it was great.
Yeah, because I enjoyed
it. I enjoyed it very much. There was a lot of... It was a Texas death match, but it was also a very big storytelling match.
It was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of story in that.
It was.
A lot of pent-up emotion between the both of them over what the three matches that they had after Hangman got hurt.
Yeah.
Due to Moxley, that we might.
Due to Moxley, and then Moxley or Hangman came back. They fought again. Hangman beat the snot out of him for like 10 minutes, and then Mox rolled him up. Then we go back to our hating of roll-up spots. This was just I also don't know if this is done, and I don't care if it's done. I would like to see these two keep on fighting because it's a great match every time.
Right man won.
Yes.
Man won. We can all agree on that. The entrance for Hangman Adam Page it felt big match feel. It was just.
I thought you were going to talk about the fact that they changed his theme. I would have punched you right in the fucking face.
You think no, bro? It fits better if we're keeping it real.
Yeah, he had the he had the Fiend Red going.
That was awesome. So there were a bunch of times in this match where I thought it was over.
This is funny. I do have a spot in this segment where it says Anthony talk about it.
No, believe it or not, like I told you through text, that wasn't my issue. This match, they deserve to fucking bleed. It made sense. I'm not gonna sit here and bitch and complain about Moxley bleeding in the Texas Death Match. This is what happened.
So you'll wait for that next week on a 5-minute singles match?
Exactly. You get it. You fucking get it. But listen, man. You guys know how I feel about Adam Hangman Page. I'm not sure which one of you two weren't so high on him. I hope your eyes are open now. Oh, it's you, Derek. Yeah. Dude, Hangman Adam Page is the fucking man, bro. Now, granted, he's not going to be one of the guys, as we discussed. Maybe we could talk about it after we talk about the Iron Man match. He's not one of the people that I have eventually taken the title off of MJF.
Doesn't make sense for him.
Not going to lie to you. Would I love to see him as the TNT champion? I think it would be fucking perfect. And the way he just built that credibility by beating Mox, let's just say if he were to get the TNT title, the person that takes the title off of Hangman is that much of a big deal.
We need to start.
Hangman is just great.
We need to start speculating who the first Grand Slam champ in AEW is.
Oh,
we should start discussing that.
That's another thing too. That's another thing I want to mention. Can we just all I just need a brief. Because
Hangman's close.
I'll talk about it. When we get
Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega's closer than Hangman.
Oh, true,
wow! Trio champions. Yeah.
Three.
Oh shit.
Yep, I forgot about.
All right.
And we just talked about it.
But dude, the spot with the chain, the way it ended the match, Mox tapping. Beautiful.
That was big. So I did see I saw a clip on Twitter. That was the first time Jon Moxley has tapped on TV in over 10 years.
All right, so yeah, he's not overbooked or overpushed. Give me a fucking break. Of course he is.
We got to move on.
Who the fuck is he, Hulk Hogan?
We got to move on. TNT title.
Hulk Hogan's only tapped out one time in his career. That's the point I'm making, and that was the Kurt Angle.
Easy. TNT title. Wardlow defeats Samoa Joe. Right man won. But Wardlow
totally disagree.
100% should have.
Totally disagree.
Samoa Joe
flip flopping. It's annoying.
It is.
There is a chance that he could lose to Hobbs today. Just like
that's what I was gonna get into. So, Derek, I'll let you finish and I'll start.
Wardlow submitted Joe out by Joe's rear naked choke.
That was a good finish.
Yes. Match time 11 minutes. Not too long, not too short. There was enough. It was a good big man match.
Okay, David, I'm gonna go after you.
My thing about this, and I did see this somewhere, Wardlow went from being the most over champion in the entire company to basically being buried in his third title defense, being off TV, to now coming back and automatically essentially getting a TNT title shot, to now be a transitional champ to Will Hobbs. Like, the only way you kind of sort of fix Wardlow if he does wind up losing is now that's MJF's next opponent. Now, you have to think, and I'm going off of story here. You're going off of story in this. Obviously, MJF and Wardlow have a history. That was MJF's henchman. You have to you got to do something with this guy because he is too talented. Yeah. He is too big. He doesn't do anything bad.
He's got the look down.
He's very good in the ring. He's very good on the microphone.
Yes, he is.
Like he's believable as a big man, and when he takes shots, it's believable. We're like, oh shit, like this guy might be going down. Now,
the first time I saw Wardlow, the only image in my head was Vince McMahon salivating.
Yeah,
in the WWE boardroom.
Yeah. So now it makes sense now as to why Joe dropped the belt. ROH is actually starting to kick off. Mm-hmm. I finally feel like, and I've mentioned this before, they are separating the roster. So now you have an ROH roster, you have your AEW roster, which they have needed since the merger, since Tony bought it, because once Tony bought ROH, that's kind of started the little demise of AEW, in my opinion, where everything started to become dull. So this is necessary. Joe can finally focus on one thing where he can be a wrestler / producer, and it works out for him. You know, Joe has too much time in the business to just do one single thing.
Okay, I agree, but I agree wholeheartedly with both of you. I have a problem with the TNT title. I have a problem with the way Tony Khan books the mid card. Just to give WWE a shout out, I think they do a great job building the mid card. We already know when Gunther and Theory lose their titles, they're going to the main event picture. Now, I'm going to list the history of the TNT titles. Not that long. We have.
Oh no, it is. It's just a lot of the same people over and over again.
Yeah. All right. So Cody, Brody Lee, Cody, Darby, Miro, Sammy, Cody, Sammy, Scorpio, Sammy, Scorpio, Wardlow, Joe, Darby, Joe, Wardlow. Now, the overall purpose of a mid-card title is to elevate that guy when he does lose that title to main event picture. Has any of these guys ever been in the main, besides Cody, and he lost his right because he had that match? Has any of these guys ever been in the main event picture?
No. Darby maybe had a match.
I think Darby had one match, and that's it.
AEW, do they know that? Does Tony know that once a guy's in the mid card, he can elevate? What the fuck? Miro should have been in the main event picture a long time ago.
Is this the hot take?
I do not. No, it's not. It's not.
Damn.
It's not really a hot take. What I'm going to get to, but Sammy Guevara, as much as he's fucking cringe, great wrestler, should be in the main event picture. Can't cut a promo to save his life, but it's just these guys.
Where's my thought stars, Nelson?
Yeah, like when Scorpio Sky was champion, which that was a horrible feud, by the way. Like, dude, like you lose the title and you just stay in the mid card. That's what you do. It's horrible. That's why I didn't like this, because I feel like Joe, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And Wardlow's gonna lose it tonight. And you tell me if you like this finish. I get it. You can't have Hobbs versus Joe because in 2023 you can't have heel versus heel, which I don't understand why. Two motherfuckers just want to kill each other. Let them do it for a title. Who cares if you have to cheer for one or cheer for the other? Joe gets a pop regardless. So there's the guy that everyone's gonna cheer for.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. The mid-card, when I see the TNT title, I should want to have my eyes glued to the screen. What do? I change the fucking channel because I don't care. This was the match. This was my piss break. And that's a damn shame because Wardlow and Joe are two of the best big men in the game, in the promotion, in the country, if we're keeping it real. But why should I care? Tell me. You think when Hobbs and Wardlow comes on tonight, I'm going to watch that? No. Why should I care? They don't give me a reason to care. Because guess what? When Wardlow loses, he should go after MJF. But, you know, the pattern, the history shows, once in the mid-card, always a mid-carder. MJF always got the main event treatment. Look, he didn't even fucking challenge for the TNT title. He went right for the whole shebang. He went for the title.
He had the TNT title before the TNT title with the diamond ring or whatever it was called.
Yeah, no, we value titles more than rings. All right, let's keep it real here, right? In WWE and AEW in wrestling, this ain't the fucking NBA. Rings don't matter in wrestling. Okay, that's a different sport. That's different sports. All right, I don't want to hear diamond ring bullshit. All right, it's just it's equivalent to fucking William Regal's brass knucks. I don't want to hear it.
Let's move on.
AEW tag 4-way.
All right, here's my fucking take. This was fucking ridiculous. Fucking bullshit.
You
fucking
get
bullshit.
Anthony,
fucking bullshit.
You get the finish. You get the finish. But okay, give me a second. So you had the Guns defeating the Acclaimed, Jarrett and Lethal, and Orange and Danhausen. The Orange and Danhausen tag team, I don't understand,
because Danhausen's a waste of payroll.
They're both in chaos.
But they could have used a different tag team that's like established.
They used the wrong chaos group. It should have been Chucky and Trent.
Jarrett and Lethal, great talents. Jarrett needs to freaking retire.
No, he does not. No, yes, he does not.
I'm
tired of seeing him.
What are the most?
Tired of seeing him.
You called Danhausen a waste of payroll, but you fucking glorified Jeff Jarrett. Shut the fuck up.
I would
Double J, baby.
I would rather see Sanjay Dutt put on his trunks again.
No. Sanjay Dutt is the definition of...
I would rather watch Sanjay Dutt. I would rather Sanjay Dutt grow his hair back and put on his gloves again and wrestle a 50-minute classic than with Shark Boy and Curry Man than watch Jeff Jarrett wrestle anymore in my life.
Jeff Jarrett gets a lot of heat for and it's not go away heat. He gets natural heat. So
no, I need he has go away heat.
He has a lot of go away heat.
He does have the Corbin, bro, please.
So the Guns should not have won that match. I think it was the Acclaim's match to win.
Can I
However, for the finish, it does set up something that I really want to see. The Guns won by Shatter Machine, and FTR come out at the end of the match and just throw hands. And the only thing I really want to see is FTR beat the dog shit.
It has to be a squash match. It has to be a squash.
I want to see the Guns get dragged.
Oh, yeah, that's right, David, because you think the Guns are fucking talented. Anyway, continue, Derek.
I want to see... I want to see...
Everything you guys are complaining about is everything you guys have wanted in AEW. Create new stars.
What
they are
stars?
I have no stars in the Gun Club.
Listen.
No.
Wait.
No, that's the fucking bullshit.
Number one. I don't disagree with you, David. I enjoy that the Guns make me hate them.
Yes, that's the point.
But they don't need the titles for you to hate them. They should have never. The Acclaim should have never lost. If the plan was to always put the titles on FTR, you could build a fucking 3-way fucking feud and have the Acclaim lose the titles to FTR without being pinned. I don't want to hear it.
Listen.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't. FTR had a blessing from Tony Khan that they had a hiatus. They were supposed to be out until April, until their contracts were up. They were not supposed to come back. According to Dax Harwood, where he was open and candidly saying that him and Cash were not coming back until April, a week before their contracts were up. Okay, that wasn't a kayfabe shoot. Okay, that wasn't all that bullshit.
Okay, and?
They decided to come back early. You think that was the plan all along?
Okay,
no.
Okay, and? So let me get this straight. So what were they going to do let's just say, so you mean to tell me if FTR was never going to come back till April, a week before the contract wasn't going to expire, who was going to take the title off the Guns?
Nobody. That was the idea.
Nobody. They're not good enough to hold the titles longer than they are the definition of a transition champion. But my thing is, they should have never been champions to begin with. That diminishes the history of the tag teams that have held that fucking championship.
How?
Because they're not good. 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 It's AEW. It's wrestling. This is not sports entertainment. Those are typical. They're like the equivalent to the B team. They're not good. They're not good. They're not good.
Team, by the way.
Who, B team?
Great.
Bad gimmick. Bad wrestling at that time. If this was 2012, 2013.
I just said great team. I didn't say gimmick.
The Guns should not. Dude, that diminishes that division so fucking much. You ever realize when they attacked the Acclaimed backstage and when they came out, I forgot what of the week, they weren't even carrying the titles. They didn't even have the titles on them. What champions are you if you're not carrying the titles with you? You attack somebody, and then they're on the floor. You hold the titles up to prove your dominance. Show that you're champion. Show that you're leaders and you're kings of the division. What, they forgot? Twice? They're losers. They're not talented. They're fucking just living off their fucking father, and they shouldn't be fucking champions. It's a fucking joke. You want the FTR to have the titles that bad? Keep the Acclaim with the championships. Make it a three-way. Have the Guns get pinned. Acclaim remain strong while losing their titles.
To save time, I'll save it because we do got to get into NXT, Smackdown, and Raw, so I'll save it.
Continue, Derek. Am I wrong?
Continue, Derek.
Am I wrong?
Continue.
They don't even carry the titles with them.
Derek, continue.
I forget they're champions.
Derek, continue.
Now, main event, AEW World Championship, Iron Man match. This is the first Iron Man match in the company?
Yes.
I believe.
I want to say yes.
And boy, howdy, did they have a fucking Iron Man match. MJF defeats Bryan Danielson 4-3 in sudden death. So we got fall 1, Bryan Danielson, via pin after the flying knee.
Yep.
Fall 2, Bryan Danielson after a DQ low blow.
Yep.
From MJF. Daniel Bryan up 2-0. MJF rolls up Bryan Danielson. Right after. Now, mind you, first fall came.
Anthony had to change his shirt to show that he knows ball, but he doesn't know ball. Continue.
First fall came at 25 minutes.
Dude, this was such a perfectly drawn out match.
First fall came at 25 minutes, 25:28 to be exact. Disqualification at 26:35.
Smart tactic.
MJF's first pinfall right after the low blow, 26:43. And then immediately after pinned him again 3 seconds later to tie it up. Then he hits. Then they continue the match at 40 minutes and 30 seconds. MJF hits the Heat Seeker, pins him. Bryan Danielson, 9 minutes later, gains a little bit of momentum, submits MJF with the Regal stretch. Now the final 30 minutes of this match was all story. The first 48 minutes was all wrestling. It was there was entertainment, there was wrestling. These two had a phenomenal Iron Man match.
Yeah.
There's no better. There are probably a couple of other people that could have had a match like this, but these are the two people that I would want to see do this constantly. Yeah. Having MJF go in and cementing and continuing to build his legacy on the heels of an Iron Man match, phenomenal.
Which he was hurting, by the way. He was hurt prior to this.
And this does a lot for his stock in general.
What did a lot for his? I'll get to it. Yep.
It does a lot. It does a lot for both of them, but it builds MJF in such a dramatic light.
Yeah, like you said, Ben. I did not ever think or to ever imagine that I would want to see these two. Don't get me wrong. Daniel said we know what he brings to the table. I never thought in a million years I would want to see MJF's a great wrestler. Did I think that I can watch him for an hour? I was like, let's see what he brings to the table, dude. Holy fucking hell,
dude! From the beginning, from the entrance.
Oh, dude,
money. First of all, let's talk about before they even introduced them. While they were introducing him, he went to go. The title slipped out of his hand. You can see that was not scripted. That was a legitimate accident, and how he plays off of it right away. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody knows how to do this. He's a natural. He's a natural entertainer.
Remember when Jack Swagger dropped the title, walking down the ramp, and didn't know what to do, just laughed about it.
There's a difference between pro wrestling and entertainment, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman marries the two.
Yes,
in such a flawless way that it is pleasing to see, because you have people in WWE that don't know what they're doing, who got their own looks. I really hate to draw the comparison between MJF and Theory, but MJF, if it was MJF versus Theory, MJF shits on Theory every day, every single day. Every day, every match, every promo, everything. And I would love nothing more than to see Theory elevate himself. And we'll get to this a little bit later. But it's insane. We're running super behind on time.
MJF is gonna be a long episode, man. We can't cover a Revolution in fucking 20 minutes.
You're right. MJF eventually they get to sudden death overtime, tied 3-3.
Not a fan of.
I am, because
I liked it.
If it's the first one, you need
a winner. You need a winner.
You have to have a sense of the last 5 minutes was all drama, or the last 20 minutes was all drama.
Yeah,
which I'm for. I like it, especially with these two.
Yes,
these two. It would be different if it was like MJF versus like Kenny Omega, because then you don't need the extra couple minutes. But these two, for what's been going on with them since the whole breakdown of the Blackpool Combat Club and Regal and all that stuff, very much should have happened. But MJF defeats Bryan Danielson with the label lock.
Yep, which was great.
Another guy who I never expected to tapped out, and then I'm gonna tell you what the money shot was when MJF made Bryan tap out, and he looked into the fucking camera and said that he's the best wrestler in the world. That's AEW's trademark right there. That should be the last thing on the opening fucking theme song or whatever the intro is. That should be the last thing you see. That's AEW's embodiment right there. That's it. That was the best moment. That made that, not the match. That moment right there made MJF into a not even a superstar, a fucking mega superstar. That moment.
Oh, MJF is, and we've all said it, whether we've been hanging out together while we were in San Antonio, whatever you want to call it, or however you want to word it. MJF is money.
Oh,
MJF is just exudes that.
Top 5 in the world.
He has that.
My only takeaway from this, because honestly, you guys hit everything on the head. Not only that, the match speaks for itself. This is one of the few times where I didn't have to say anything about a match for the fact that the match hit everything perfectly. You got the perfect heel work from MJF. You got the little aggressive side from Bryan Danielson. You got the longevity aspect from Danielson, while at the same time MJF showing that he could still hang. So there was a lot that goes along. My biggest takeaway from this entire thing is MJF is the best heel I've ever seen in my entire life. And I can say that wholeheartedly. I can say that.
Over Vince McMahon?
Yes. Like, MJF has... Vince McMahon gives himself fake heat. Well, entertainment-wise.
God damn it.
Fake heat, entertainment-wise.
Yeah.
He has real heat in real life.
He knows how to... He knew how to play a crowd, too.
MJF can have real heat, while at the same time not be like...
He lives it.
Well, yeah, like... This man literally grabbed a mom's drink and threw it on her child.
Well, people are actually having a heart attack over, like...
First of all, all right, you know what? That'll be my little rant about the whole thing.
Yeah, somebody stabbing somebody with a fork.
If you're genuinely, like, feeling sorry for this kid, grow the fuck up. This kid saw 2 men bleed for 20 straight fucking minutes.
Stab him with a fucking fork?
Yes. Like, get over yourself. This kid was around barbed wire. Fuck, he watched a 22-year-old guy bury a 45-year-old man in the dirt. Like, you really mean to tell me that this kid's gonna fucking... Like, you're gonna feel bad for this kid because he got a little bit of drink thrown on him? Like, please, get over it. Like, you guys are barking up the wrong tree. You guys are being sad about the wrong fucking thing. Other than that, honestly, there's not much else to say about this match. They are both incredible athletes. MJF is a fucking specimen of a human being. Like, I looked at that match. He took his robe off, and I'm like, holy shit, this man's jacked. Like, MJF has put in that work. There's not much else to say. Like I said, the match hit everything on the head.
About the greatest heel of all time. My thing is, I want to see him get heat without shitting on the city he's in. I think that's the cheapest way.
Honestly, he gets it he gets it naturally. Like, this man is just such a dickhead. Like, he just gets it naturally.
Yeah, no, I just, I'm tired of the... same thing with baby faces. When Mick Foley says, right here in Buffalo, New York. Like, it's just, like, it's corny. We've seen it for how long now? I just want to see... Yeah.
So it's the cheapest of cheap heats.
It is.
However, he mentions it once and then doesn't mention it again until the very end of the promo, where he goes, "I'm not wrestling in, enter name of state here." Like, that's like, it's one. There are people in WWE who say it all. Corbin said it numerous times in a promo. Name the mid-card heel who does not shit on a city the entire promo, and I will give you $1 million. Because they all do it. They all do it.
I agree.
MJF is the only person that can start a promo out disrespecting a city and then get into a completely different bag and not return until the finish of the promo.
Yeah.
Great take.
He doesn't even harp.
I agree.
Great
show all around.
Great. So that was Revolution. Overall, I'm going to give the entire card a B+.
That's my grade. Yeah.
It was great. It was good. Every match had something that everybody liked. There wasn't one definitive stinker match in the entire thing. Whatever you want to say about the tag title match, what happened during the match vastly outweighs the finish of the match.
Vice versa.
Everybody on this card, phenomenal workers. Very, very well-deserved people deserve to be on this show and were able to get their stuff in. So, AEW Revolution 2023, B+. Now we move on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Smackdown. We'll start our weeks on Smackdown. So this past Friday was the first time Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes were going to have a conversation with each other. Woo. And boy, did they have a conversation with each other.
That was so good.
Whatever your dad couldn't teach you, I will. God damn.
That was so good.
The first minutes of the show start. Roman Reigns comes out, drops his acknowledge me, and is immediately interrupted by Cody Rhodes.
Great.
Phenomenal. Cody Rhodes basically said, I want to talk to you, but I want to talk to you. So why are your lackeys here?
Do you need them?
Exactly. He sends them away, and all Roman Reigns does is, so what do you want to talk about?
That was, which was great. Which was great.
Oh man, yo. Oh.
Man, that's Cody Rhodes. That's Cody Rhodes' line. So, now, what do you want to talk about?
Now, I just want to say something. This was Cody's first promo that I can remember him being back in WWE where he did not mention Dusty first.
Thank God. Yeah, seriously, bro.
Roman brought up Dusty.
Yeah.
And man, if you did not feel emotion during that promo,
you're not a human.
It's
my jaw dropped.
Yes,
Roman's
jaw dropped.
Roman's
he did a Dusty.
Perfect.
He did a Dusty.
Really good.
He did Dusty.
He's the greatest of all time, bro.
You guys talk. I can't.
It's just, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did I really think that Cody was gonna interrupt him right away? No. It was a good shocker, bro. It was 8:02, and we had both of them in the ring already.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I lied. It took 7 minutes for Roman to get to the ring. At 8:08, we had both of them in the ring, and it was just like, holy shit. Listen, the fact that Cody wasn't the one to bring up Dusty, plus the fact that Roman did it because he does have history and how he sounded just like Dusty in that impersonation, plus, but I'm tired of it being about that. What saved this whole entire story was the ending of this segment when Roman said, whatever your dad didn't teach you, I will. Great. But I want it to be, because Cody also brought up AEW and how he did all, I want it to be how he left because of guys like Roman Reigns getting forced down people's fucking throats. He left, started promotion to take down people like Roman Reigns, and he came back and realized, you know what? I want to do it myself. That would be a fucking great story, because there's a lot of legitimacy to that story. It's a lot of truth, and it's some real shit, man. Like how he battled the Stardust, even though it was his idea, he originally got tired of it. And how he just left and wanted to take out the corporation and take out the feds. But it's all about Dusty, man. And I just don't think that, my personal opinion, I don't think Roman losing the title off a 4-week build is a good idea. And I don't think Dusty being the main focal point into the story is a bigger deal for Roman Reigns to be losing that title. Do I think Cody's the guy to do it? Yes. But maybe at SummerSlam? I think Roman getting to 1,000 days is more important right now.
100%. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it ends at Mania.
I agree with you guys in that sense. I don't think it's gonna end at Mania. I don't agree with the whole it shouldn't be about Dusty thing, because the main reason why Cody Rhodes is back in WWE is because Dusty Rhodes never won the big one. So that is the main reason why he came back. Everybody's gonna say, oh, it's because he didn't get a spot on the board, X, Y, and Z. Obviously, if Cody would have gotten a spot on the board, he would have stayed. There's no doubt in my mind about that, yes. But I do genuinely believe that his main thought process was like, damn, I want to do this for my father. Yeah. So,
see, Dave, I agree, but if you're forgetting, if you could find it maybe after we record, maybe a couple of weeks back, Cody cut an amazing promo. He said, as much as I do appreciate where I came from or whatever, I don't want to only be noticed because of my last name. I want to be noticed because of my first name. And I feel like living vicariously through his father and doing it for his father is not living up to that statement.
It's going to be a temporary thing where, again, he's going to do it for Dusty, and after that, he'll have a decent long title run. If I genuinely feel like he's going to win at Mania. I hope he doesn't, for the fact that, like you guys said, 1,000 days is a big fucking deal. I do think he's going to win at Mania, but it's one of those things where, if it does happen, it'll still be a tearjerker. like somewhat in a way like how Kofi Mania happened. Like everybody knew Kofi was winning at Mania, but like seeing it was a bigger deal than knowing it was going to happen. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the whole story that they're trying to go with here.
Gotcha.
We'll fast forward from Friday Night SmackDown to Monday Night Raw to continue with this whole bloodline thing, because we finally got an answer, and it looks like we're finally getting clarity on Sami Zayn's plans for WrestleMania.
So the ending of the night was Sami Zayn versus Jimmy.
Yep. Jimmy.
Really good match.
Yeah.
It was a really good match.
Yeah. Pretty good wrestling match.
Solo Sikoa gets thrown out by the referee.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait, I always laugh when they throw them out. It's always funny.
What?
Like,
What'd I do? What?
They point and they go, "You."
See, that's
what the fuck?
Always a good pop, though. Always a good pop.
That's the referee's chance to get him over. When you have so I'm all for like not making a referee like a part of the match, but in stuff like that, like they get very little time to get themselves over, and they don't get the credit they deserve because they're leading the match. The match.
They are the producer.
Yeah, they're the ones communicating everything. Not everybody can do it, and we've seen that. And there are some who I don't necessarily enjoy.
Rick Knox.
There are other people like Jessica. What's her name? In WWE.
I know what you're talking about.
The
female referee.
Yeah, she's really good. Aubrey in AEW, really good.
Very solid.
And people like they're like, that's your time to get over. Like, make it elaborate. Do the whole get out. Like, I love it. It's amazing. So Jimmy versus Sami Zayn. Great match. Sami wins.
By a roll up.
His first matchup against the Bloodline.
No, he lost the Solo on Friday, didn't he?
No, yeah, but Sami beat somebody in the Bloodline.
Sami won against somebody
from the Bloodline. It's like the first time in like since he turned that Sami has won a match against the Bloodline. And it was against Jimmy. After Roman specifically said, like, I'm getting tired of you. Jay comes into the ring, has a couple words with Jim, walks out, hugs Sami. You see it, throws up the one. Very high tension because you see like the faces that the Usos make. There's so much passion.
There's a career for them outside of wrestling,
and they're so like the way that they're
fuck Roman Reigns acting, bro.
Jay
Uso is money with that shit, man.
Jay eventually turns around, turns on Sami, and then they beat the shit out of Sami. The Usos and Solo, when they're in the middle of a beatdown,
it's a beatdown.
That looks real. That doesn't look fake.
That is a Samoan ass beating.
That does not look like it's a fun time, even if it is fake. I don't want to be a part of that at all.
That is a Samoan ass beating.
That is terrifying. Like, so Roman, when Roman does it, it looks fake.
Yeah. Because Roman's very animated.
Because of how he moves.
Jimmy and Jay talks back too much.
Jimmy and Jay look like they're legitimately beating the fuck out of you. And it just does not look appealing. It's
scary looking.
I had to turn away. And I'm all for people getting punched in the face. I love it. I'm a big fan. But like that, it was a little too much at one point. But continue.
My only point about this is if you guys watch the Bronson Reed and Elias segment backstage, if you really watch it carefully, you pay attention to the back, you see Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens having a conversation. And it's Cody Rhodes going like this, and Kevin Owens going like this. So it's like, I feel like that's slowly, Cody Rhodes is slowly helping Sami Zayn.
What a way to get Cody over.
Try and pull Kevin Owens. Be like, listen, man, like, he wants, like, you guys both have the same idea. Whatever your differences are, like, put them aside. This, and that. And you see Kevin Owens explaining to him, like, I've tried this, and that. So it's an Easter egg. You guys got to watch it again. Watch the segment again. It's a little Easter egg, but again, long-term storytelling with this. All three of them obviously never wrestled together in the same company, but they all have the ROH ties. They are all friends with the same people.
So really quickly, to finish up our Bloodline Raw conversation, because that's
Bloodline WWE. To be honest,
that's the only thing we're watching for right now.
Yeah.
I am going to say something that you guys may or may not agree with. When Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn finally shake hands or hug or whatever, embrace each other in any way, shape, or form, I feel like that is going to be the biggest pop since Kane and Bryan Danielson. When Team Hell No started, that great. Shit was fucking electric. That was crazy. And knowing the history between these two, it's going way far.
David, that's actually a good catch. I just watched it. That's a great catch. Just wanted to add that.
So that's
because I know ball.
That's Monday Night Bloodline.
No, it's because you have glasses. You can see better. You fucking asshole.
I know ball. You fucking idiot. All right, we'll jump right into, what was it called? Roadblock? NXT Roadblock.
So there was a lot of stuff that happened at Roadblock.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff that happened at Roadblock.
Yeah.
A lot of matches that are definitely going to be happening for Stand and Deliver, which is the day of Mania Night 1.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is earlier than day.
Earlier than day Mania Night 1.
It's going to happen. Is literally a full day of wrestling for WWE. Yeah. It's awesome.
I think it's going to start at like 2. I think it's going to start at like 2 or 4. One of those.
You know, I like that.
It's a great idea. As soon as it ends, it goes right into Mania.
Before we continue idea. We are going to attempt to live stream our reactions to Mania.
I already
told y'all
the weekend off.
I already told y'all where I'm going to be.
Well, we're talking about the main characters of the show, not the guy who's missed a couple episodes. We've had a fourth episode, and you missed half of them already. So
we're not talking about the color commentary here.
Fair enough.
All right, really quickly, I'm gonna pull up the.
Anthony will take over the Twitter account. We'll take over Twitch and whatever the fuck else there is you can live stream on.
All right, so let's start off with the first match of the night, which was
it was Breaker and the Creeds versus Jinder and his. Wasn't it?
No, it was.
I think Andre Chase and Joe Gacy.
No. It was Tony D'Angelo and Dijak.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
It was Tony D'Angelo and opening match Dijak.
Great, bro.
Dijak has never had a bad opening match. And this was not one of them.
The guys.
I don't think Dijak's ever had a bad match in NXT.
I don't think so neither, to be honest.
That match with freaking
Wesley?
With Wesley. Jesus Christ. I can't even. I believe D'Angelo beat Dijak. I like Tony D'Angelo a lot.
I like his character a lot. Yeah.
Tony D'Angelo got something.
It reminds me of the FBI.
Full-blooded Italians.
But like all the good parts.
Yeah.
And Chuck Palumbo.
Which were like 2 weeks in the entire existence. I think that match got a B. It could have gotten a higher grade with Dijak having a different gimmick. Then it was
then it was a 6-man tag, I think.
Then it was a 6-man tag.
Mm-hmm.
They're messing me up here. Gallus and Pretty Deadly, what?
No, dude. It's
yeah, I'm jumping around. Breaker and the Creed brothers defeated Indashir and Mahal.
Jinder!
Your boy.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good match.
Dragon Lee in the crowd.
Yep.
Hey, we're getting it. We're getting it.
Here.
Kept his name too.
Grayson Waller experiences Shawn Michaels. Grayson Waller too.
Money.
Phenomenal.
I love him so much, bro.
Money.
It is revealed that Grayson Waller will be going one-on-one with
Jonathan Gargano,
Anthony's favorite wrestler.
Yes, but it just doesn't feel right, man. It just doesn't. It
doesn't
feel right. It doesn't
bring it back.
David.
It doesn't feel right.
Anthony, what doesn't feel right?
It just doesn't. No, man. Like, he's the embodiment of NXT, man. He's the heart and soul. Not having Rebel Heart, it diminishes his return. It diminishes great pop, don't get me wrong, but imagine if it was Rebel Heart. Like, people don't understand. You guys don't value theme songs the same way I do. It's important for a character. It's important for a wrestler. Johnny Gargano said in an interview the night after he won the NXT title against Adam Cole at TakeOver New York. Who's the guy? Chris Van Vliet? I think Van Vliet, the one that interviews all the wrestlers? Yep. Yeah. He asked him, like, oh, like, your theme song. He was like, because at that time, I think he don't have a female anymore, but he was the only male wrestler with a female singing his theme song, and it just brings the embodiment of an underdog. And Johnny's going to be an underdog for his entire career. Let's keep it a bean, right? He's going to be underdog. This new theme song, it doesn't feel right in NXT. If you want to have that in the main roster, fine, by all means. He's a different person on the main roster. NXT, you got to bring back that theme song, man. You got to. It's important for Johnny. It's important for the character. Hence why we thought what was his last match, the War Games match a couple years ago, he brought it back. Rightfully so, because that's the embodiment of Johnny and NXT. But I don't have no problems with Johnny putting over Grayson Waller, because Grayson Waller is that damn good. And there's history, because when Gargano left, the last person that attacked him was Grayson Waller. So I'm all for this.
So let's talk about really quick the top moments of the promo between Grayson Waller, because I'm reading this back now and there's a lot of shit that cuts deep. Grayson Waller stated to Shawn Michaels that he is Vince now. And the only reason that you're sitting in Gorilla is because your best friend had a heart attack.
Why don't I remember any of this? This is making me mad. This
Grayson
happened
Waller,
yesterday.
Yes. Grayson Waller also stated, I'm the biggest star here, but I'm not the guy because you're holding me back. You want to run me down, knock your socks off, boy, because people better than you have been doing it for years. Michaels stated that. I really just want to see Grayson Waller versus Shawn Michaels.
Oh, you fucking casual.
I'm not going to lie to you.
You fucking casual.
I was scared that's what this was going to go to. I did not want to see that.
I did too.
I did not want to see that at all.
Just the promo made me want to see it. And then Johnny coming out was just way better. Next, Gigi Dolan versus Jason
we're gonna get
James.
Johnny Takeover, bro. Oh, fuck,
I
can't wait.
We're gonna get Johnny Kickout.
Johnny Takeover. Yes, we are. Yes,
that has the very high potential to be match of the night.
Match of the year.
Because Grayson Waller delivers. Grayson Waller delivers every match.
He does.
Johnny Gargano delivers in every takeover. Put the two together. Let's see what the fuck happens.
Plot twist. Grayson Waller wins because Ciampa costs Johnny. Thank you very much. No, imagine. That'd be great.
And it goes, and we go back to Monday Night Raw. do that shit on the fucking main stage, and they will sell out arenas
everywhere.
Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane. Dolan wins. This was the slowest match of the night. I think this match got a C+.
The build for it was great. I'll let you. We'll continue after this. The build for it was very good. Gigi Dolan's promo last week was fucking amazing. Like, that shit grabbed my heart, ripped it in half, and fed it to the wolves, because that was the first time I've ever seen her show character.
Yeah.
Other than like her like weird like sadistic like Rose thing, like that was her coming into her own. It was great. I enjoyed it. The match on the other hand was they're not known for being good workers. They're known for being good characters. So I'm not gonna shit talk the match that much, because again, like I said, they're not known for being good workers. So it's one of those things where give them some time. They'll get their flowers very soon. No pun intended in the sense of Gigi Dolan, but they'll get their flowers very soon. Believe me, one of them eventually will hold a individual title, and that'll set up for another feud. I can see it happening. It's gonna be worth it. Like they're the two biggest characters in the women's division in NXT right now. So there's a lot to build off of that.
We got about 4 minutes left before we got to cut.
Yeah.
So really quickly, NXT title match for Stand and Deliver, all set. Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. This is where Carmelo Hayes needs to win the title.
Yes.
If he does it, he's going to main roster on Monday.
Yes, absolutely. There are supposed to be several call-ups from NXT for some very overdue people. Carmelo Hayes is definitely one of them. I believe the other one is supposed to be who was it? I don't think they were on this show at all. We'll get to that later. Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker, great. Joe Gacy versus Andre Chase.
It's like 4 minutes.
Very. I didn't watch it.
It was very. I saw a clip. It was very underwhelming.
Yeah, that's how long the match was. It was a clip.
The match grade said it was a C.
Yeah.
But they're gonna do a whole feud with Chase U and Schism, so go for it. They've been alluding to it for a very long time when they stole Thea away. Who she's got a lot of potential.
I love her, bro.
She's so fun to watch. She's great. So fun to watch. And then the NXT Women's Championship match, Roxanne Perez versus Mako Satomura. Great match. Ending, it was very strong style. I was not expecting
hard hitting.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting Roxanne to go that way, but she's the prodigy for a fucking reason, ladies and gentlemen. Roxanne Perez is I think we have to create another word. Megastar doesn't do it. She is the next one.
Rocket. She's the next one up.
Rocket.
She's the next one up.
She is solid in ring. Her promos need a little bit of work, but her in-ring work doesn't.
And she's a babyface for her whole entire career. I don't see her 100%.
Yeah. Unless something crazy happens.
Listen, unless she follows suit of her idol, AJ Lee.
Oh, psycho.
Match. Perez beats Satomura.
Then pulls her Sean, baby. Pulls her Sean.
And then pulls her Sean. Does the whole fainting thing at the end. A lot of people were a little taken back, but look, if the referee doesn't throw up the double X, it's not. It's a shoot.
So I saw this one thing. People are genuinely believing this thing is real. I saw this tweet. It says, "Oh no, they only throw up the X during the match. When they call for medical and all the referees come down after the match, it's because it's real." Like, come on.
They don't.
If it was real, it would have cut off the air right away.
Yeah.
If the paramedics say if the referees are saying where's the EMTs, it's
yeah. Come on, people.
It's fake. Watch a show. And then and then the entire they didn't even put her. Shawn Michaels came down to the ring. They didn't put her oxygen mask on.
He put it on her. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You guys thought the shit was real?
They shot her getting wheeled out the entire time to a side door where there was an ambulance. They have a different loading space for ambulances. It's not just a door. And they didn't even get her out of the door.
If you listen to the clip, you hear Shawn Michaels, put this on her. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That is great. What the fuck?
Match overall got a B+. Should have been an A.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna rewatch it again, but overall, the Mania hype for this week for the main shows definitely
delivered. Much
better than last week. NXT is picking up a lot of steam. It took a little while for them to get going, but this week definitely stuck out more than previous weeks. Revolution, solid pay-per-view. I'm excited to see what happens tonight. Overall, just a really good week of wrestling.
It was fun. It was a fun week. All right, boys. It was fun. We shall see you guys next week.
Only a minute over.
Yeah, ain't too bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate it again for bearing with us in all of our absurdness that we deliver. We appreciate it. We will see you guys next week.